Hello everyone, Chef back at you with another G-Shock unboxing or review video. Today I have this very rare G-Shock model that I would like to share to all of you guys out there. And if you are new to G-Shock, you're probably wondering what the heck is this, right? But if you're an old-timer, I'm hoping you are excited to see one of these, because this thing is very hard to get, especially in a great condition. And if you're seeing the one I'm holding right now, this is not even in a great condition at all. But this is the first DW-520 series that I have that I unboxed on the channel. The first generation of DW-520 series is the DW-500C-1 that was first introduced in the year 1988, which is very old. And I'm not sure which year that this specific one I'm holding now was introduced, but if this guy was introduced in the very same year, this model that I'm reviewing right now will be the oldest G-Shock watch that I unboxed on the channel. If I'm not mistaken, from G-Shock Japan website, they actually mentioned that this series was made for people with smaller wrists, for boy or for girl, and later along the year they actually discontinued this model and actually named them Baby G instead of G-Shock. But if you are a fan of G-Shock, this will be the best thing to have in your possession or in your collection, or even just to wear. But I don't think you're gonna be wearing this, since this thing is very old. It is best just to be kept as a collection in your possession. Looking at the profile on the sides, we're gonna have a look at standard 5600 profile, since this is just a small size 5600. They are still 5000 series model, and look at that. The size, when you compare side to side like this, they didn't look as small, but if compared to other model, I mean, just look at that. They aren't even that small. But if you hold it on hand or compared to other watches that you have, this thing is very small. Well, just I believe they're just similar as the Baby G size model that we got today. So yeah, if you have hold on to a Baby G before, you probably have a rough idea already how this thing on the size or weight on your wrist. Although one thing that makes this thing looks good is that the watch band on here, and this specific colorway I'm holding now, this is again the DW-520. And if you look back in all the series that was released from this type of model, we have the two colorway for DW-500, yellow and black, and then we have DW-510, and this will be, I believe, the last one, the DW-520, and they come in two colorway or three colorway, white and blue, and this will be the full jelly material model. Made it clear so you could see the hard case, which comes in purple actually. If you guys even notice, look at that down here, it actually already faded away and looks more bluish. The original colorway for this actually comes in purple. If you actually remove the hard case, you could see that. So when this thing was first introduced, it looks even better actually, because you could actually see the purple color in there, since this was still translucent and clear. But if you look at it today, it looks like yellow, so not as beautiful as it was before. And I'm not sure if you guys could tell or see some reflections on the bezel. That is an oil. So over time, this thing will be degrading and decompose, I believe, since it's just plastic. And this oil over here, if you could feel it, it have a little bit of stickiness feel to it. So that is an sign that this thing is rotting. So I better make this video real quick and just flip it away. I have no idea how to fix these issues yet at all, and I believe a lot of people out there have similar issues, especially when you are collecting vintage models like this. But I'm not sure as well if we could just swap this band and bezel with Baby G model that we got today and just add it in here and just be done with it. But then again, we're gonna have Baby G instead of G-Shock, so that is not fun at all even to me. Anyway, moving down to the watch band on here, it features a speed model type of watch band, and that means the watch band is tapered. Look at that. And similar as this GW-5000 series model, look at that, it is indeed tapered, but the texture is different. Single groove for each of those band holes up there. Look, very nice, and almost similar as the Sky Cockpit twin sensor model that we got today. So that is something to take note as well. Both sides goes the same, both come with holes. Moving down below the watch band, similar thing again, since this one is in gel material, you could see through that. Look at that, so that's nice. And moving up top here, the band keeper that I'm using now is not the original one actually. This guy should came in gel material as well. When I bought this model, I don't get this thing probably because this part has rotten away or destroyed, so I just replaced this with a baby G model that I got laying around. So just add it in here and it fits just nice, so that's work for me. And this is the buckle this model came with, and it features a Casio Japan sign buckle, which is very neat thing to have actually. And going down to the back plate, similar or standard feature, if I'm not mistaken, they are almost similar to this DW-520 series. Look at that, the shock resistant font that they use on here is still the same, the Casio writing is still the same, the font, I believe everything is still the same. It's DW-520 stainless steel back Japan T, indicating the year, if I'm not mistaken, or the factory that this thing was made. Water resistant to only 10 bar, which is why most baby G that we got today come in a similar water resistant structure, only 100 meter, because they was based on this model. Although some model on that we just probably on the higher end side of baby G lineup come with a 20 bar water resistance, so that's good if you want one. Alright, one other thing that I noticed for this very model is that the back plate actually bulge up very high up there. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. I hope you guys could see that. I mean, look at that. Look at how high that bulge is. Even though this model, they say that they are able to make the 560 version of this smaller, and that's made an idea, makes a 560 model in small size, but the engine though, and just look at that, it's very thick up there. It's not as neat, but if you look at the front, you're not gonna see much different at all. But if you look at the back, it almost looks like the fake model that we are getting today. But since this thing is old, there are no fake version of this, so you're pretty much safe if you want to get one of these today. We only gonna have like 2 buttons on this side and 1 button on this side, because this guy don't have a lot of functions built in it, so it didn't need all those buttons. And usually the button around here, one of them should to operate the light. Yeah, here is the light button for this model will be located in this location up there, the EL electroluminescence model. And here it is on this side. On this model, we don't have any lighting system at all. We don't have any sort of LED, we don't have any EL, so that's why they left this part empty. This part usually will be used to operate the light. Since this guy don't have the light function, no use for this. So we're gonna have only 3 buttons. At home time, we could swap between 12-hour or 24-hour time format, and look at that. That's very neat actually. Not sure if you guys are gonna need that, but yeah, you could do this in here. And the display also very clear and crisp as well, almost similar to this, but since the display is small and it is an old technology, of course you can't compare this to the DW-520 series, but you could compare the display to a DW-560 model. They're almost similar quality. Alright, quick function demo at home time. I'm gonna have a look at day, date, and time standard thing. As you press this lower right button, you're gonna have a look at 12-hour or 24-hour time format swap functions from this lower right. Of course, since we don't have any light button up here, so let's skip forward to this button over here, which is the commonly used for the mode function. When you press 1, we're gonna firstly enter the alarm mode in here, which is just single alarm to turn it on, pressing this lower right button, and you're gonna be able to turn the alarm and also the signal that this model have. You cannot set any specific dates at all in here, so let's just proceed with the next one. Press mode, we will go back to home time as always. Keep pressing mode button, and then we'll go to stopwatch mode, which is pretty standard as well, but this guy also have 1/100 stopwatch, which is neat thing to have, with split time function of course, but you cannot hear any beep thing at all. So split off and stop, and you can reset it back. So this part is standard as well. Press mode, we will go back to home time again, keep pressing again, next alarm, stopwatch, and next function will be the home or time adjust function in here. Keep pressing mode, and then we will just go back to home time, and that's sums up all the functions this model have. I will cover more detail in the module demo for this model that this guy operates with, which is 540 modules, so coming up soon, so they don't have to talk about it anymore whenever I grab this thing again. So that's about it for overall design profile and the things that you guys should know for this tiny little guy. Now let me show you guys a quick wrist check as well, how this thing gonna appear out. And it's very worrisome to me to wear this because I don't want to break the bezel yet. You could see some crack going on already inside there, but there are no crack going on yet around or outside the bezel, so I could still wear this, but it's very dangerous. I need to be very careful so that I won't break it all. The watch band on here is still fine, no cracking at all. It's just good looking. I mean, just look at that. Standard, almost like, I mean, it is indeed like a baby G, but this is the only tell that the one that you are wearing aren't baby G at all. This is a very rare model. It's body size G-Shock or Junior G-Shock. So that's how a collector are able to tell that or differentiate between baby G or a G-Shock like this. Look at that. The fit is very nice, of course, and it's very lightweight. But yeah, it looks like a boy, not like rugged as this guy or this guy. Even this guy looks even rugged than this guy for some reason, or even this guy. So that's it, guys. This is more like a collector's item than things that you guys should be wearing. So I'm not sure if I should recommend you guys to get one of these or not, but if you're interested, go look for it on eBay or Yahoo Japan auction. They won't be as expensive though, because the demand for this is very low. So that's that. And that sums up everything that you guys should know, man, on this very model. I'll cover more as I grab more of this soon. So for now, that's all. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and entertaining as well. For your future reference, leave a like if it does help you, and also subscribe to see more contents like this in the future. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and